Hello, everybody. It's time for fan mail again.
Oh, the enthusiasm is palpable.
Well, I mean, I've had I'm tired. I've had a very long week/weekend. But yeah, we're back again. Hello, everyone.
Why are you tired?
Yeah, what happened?
Yeah, what were you doing?
Uh, uh, just GameFront
Per-
moving things.
Personal. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, Mad Mikey B's here, so that's nice.
Hey, Mad Mikey B's probably more tired than I am. In fairness, he probably did most of the heavy lift on most of this stuff.
He came to make sure you weren't taking all the credit.
I have to backpedal now because Mikey's taking credit.
Oh my gosh.
No, but no, it's just been a long weekend, man. Lots of stuff going on. Played Back for Blood last night though, which was fun with Zach. Hello, Mikey, Mad Mikey B. Yeah, I mean, how are you both? I mean, you seem to be in a wicker basket, Morgan, and James is in his pool room again. But
I've taken James's lead and I've taken to the road and I'm setting up in random places throughout America.
Nice. And whereabouts in America
The
are you today?
American Kitchen Tour.
I'm in the Sacramento area, so like central-ish, northern-ish California.
Nice.
You're not by. That's still pretty far from the fires up north, right?
No, the first 2 days that I was here, we were socked in with smoke.
Oh,
Because it's kind of in between, the fires in Tahoe and the fires up north.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, they're going nuts.
But at least it doesn't smell like sewage. They just recently started closing the beaches down because of the high bacteria.
Oh, now they're like, oh,
now they're doing it, and I'm also hearing like rumors that they test it once a week. I was like, that's not what I was told.
Yeah,
I was told they were testing every day.
They should be testing every day, especially when there's a sewage leak going on.
Yeah. But it doesn't smell like sewage here anymore. I don't know what happened. Maybe it's change of currents or something. But I haven't been smelling it, or I've just gotten used to it.
Could just
and
be
I just smell like sewage now.
It might just be the change in wind direction because we had like a sewage works near where I live, but it's probably a good like 15 miles away. But when there was an issue there once, you could smell it really strong, like on one day, and then the next day you couldn't smell anything, but it'd be back the day after, and it was just purely which way the wind was blowing, kind of thing.
Ew.
Yeah, not great. But these things happen, I guess. Hey, did you see on the news today? They, I don't know who they are, the government or whatever, but they finally acknowledged that global warming's real, and that maybe, just maybe, these fires and things may just be related to global warming, maybe.
Well, maybe your government, but not our government.
Yeah, our government. No way.
I thought it was your government. Or at least.
No, I know.
I thought it was your government.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, I'll
tell you what. I'm sure as shit not going to give the government an opportunity to encroach on my freedoms for my quote unquote safety. I'm not going to live another whatever amount of years. What is it? We got 10, 15 years left on the planet. I'll be long gone by then.
I'll have drinking so many milkshakes by then it won't even matter.
Yeah.
And on that cheery note, I don't think we've got any announcements this week, have we?
Well, I'm going to announce when I'm hitting Canada. If somebody lives in Canada and they want to put me up, let me know. I'll be on my way.
Red Rain.
Are you serious? You're going to Canada?
Yeah, Red Rainland.
I don't know.
Canada.
No. Oh.
Who? Is he?
Yep.
We got a bunch of Canadians.
Hey, our new download server is in Canada. I don't think you can live in the data center though, but you could ask. Just like, hey.
But I could live on the data center, like on the roof.
Oh, for sure. I mean, it's quite cold
But
though.
those servers are kept cool. It's probably really nice inside the server room.
Then they could hire me to keep it cool.
Man, Mikey B, okay, fan mail is now over. You're literally talking shit. Wow.
Right. He's right.
He stuck a stick up his ass, though. I mean, Jesus Christ, Mikey. What's up with you? Anyway.
Is it a fish stick? Let's get right into it. David H.
Oh,
says,
wait. Just so we know, James is in a hurry today.
Yeah,
so
James has got pizza. Intro time.
The fans want us to get to the fans.
They're doing the intro, James.
This is the okay.
No, we can talk. Whatever. We're done now, right?
Is it over? Can we go?
The intro's over now. Do you like fish sticks? Weird.
Weird. Yeah, and then the answer's weird. I don't know. Do you think El Scorcho likes fish sticks, or do you think El Scorcho thinks it's weird? Like, is it weird to ask because everybody likes fish sticks, or is it weird to ask because it's too personal? Like, what is El Scorcho saying? I know what David H is saying.
He's asking, "Do you like fish sticks?" What's the answer? Yes or no?
Yeah, it's out of left field, right?
I guess it is.
I think people just want to know you and James better, and therefore.
Me personally, I don't like fish sticks. If
You just said it. You said, is it weird that they're asking because everybody likes fish sticks, but you don't? I don't like fish sticks, but
I'm just saying, like, is the answer that fish sticks are like what's weird about the question? I just want to know what El Scorcho is saying.
Wait, Danny, wait. There's a problem here.
No,
aren't you like
we're answering the question.
culturally predisposed to love fish sticks?
Yeah.
No way.
You gotta change that answer.
No way. No, I hate fish sticks. I can't stand them. Awful things.
You don't like fish and chips?
Fish, yeah, but not fish sticks. Fish sticks are just processed kind of.
They gotta be in patty form. Put them in patty form. Not
they gotta. I only like them if there's like a minimum. They have to be at least 2 inches wide and over 3.5 inches long, and then they're considered.
I just want it to be an actual properly cooked fish, not just like a processed slab of fish. Which just tastes.
Well, I don't know what kind of fish sticks you're buying, but you should buy some better fish sticks. You can get ones that are actual fish.
Well, yeah, maybe. I mean, I don't know. It's just the presentation of the fish, but it's all battered and stuff as well. I guess. I guess. Yeah. I don't know. We call them fish fingers over here, by the way, rather than fish sticks. I know.
That sounds nasty.
Fish fingers.
Fish don't even have arms, Danny.
Yeah,
the hell part of a fish is a fish finger?
It's gross.
Oh, no, I know what it is.
It's fish, but it looks like a finger. Because it's a stick. Whatever.
Yeah, it is a stick.
Cheers, David H. GameFront says, what the frig is this?
Yeah, so I don't know what's going on in this video, but like for some reason...
Has everybody just had a stroke this week? What's happening in the comments section here?
They made a video without me, and I don't know why or how, and so I was just like coming in to say, "What the frig is this?" Like, I didn't know it was going to happen. I didn't know what it was. Like, am I fired or So I was just a little shocked. What the frig is this?
We might, from time to time, still need you to cover some spots, but like today.
Oh, you're cutting my hours? Like, tell me what's up.
Well, it's just that we're finding that if we spread the hours out a little bit more, then nobody has to get paid full time or get benefits. We're kind of trying to get you
a Walmart scheme.
You know, we bought the company, and things have been tight, so we've got to make cuts. I'm afraid. So hours are being cut, content is being cut. Just general, I mean, it's a dark time. It's going to be no, I'm joking.
Andre Valverde, clap, clap, clap. And then Zach says, Shia?
This is what I'm saying. Like, none of this makes sense, really. Like, all of this stuff is garbage.
Yeah, all of this is crazy.
That camera size, giggity. I think that Zach is really big and James is really small for some reason.
Yes.
Well, James is the same size as always. Zach's camera was a different...
Oh, he was using the streaming camera instead of the recording camera.
He was on the Twitch version of the camera,
yeah. Turned out like it worked out.
Well, Mad Mikey B is here. I know you guys probably aren't that busy right now. Are we going to update the assets anytime soon, Mad Mikey B? Since you guys aren't busy.
Well, in all fairness, I'm not using the assets. I loaded the assets months ago, and I have disconnected from that.
You took the shared assets that Mikey Hart, he put a lot of time into, which were supposed to be shared so we could update them and it'd always be up to date. And then you took a copy of these, and then you did the James thing and broke them all, and that's what you use now. And
I mean, to be fair, I did the same thing because there was some stuff missing.
But just tell Mikey stuff's missing and he'll fix it. Don't just take a copy and break it.
I've been asking you to get my name changed for months.
Oh, that's true. I actually did do the render of that. I just didn't bother to change the nameplate. Do you know what, though? I think it's time for another redesign again when the new website launches. Oh, sorry. I shouldn't be talking about
That's a great idea.
Oh, my.
That sounds fun.
Is that
everything should match.
Is that public
so we have
knowledge?
Like a brand.
It is now. We're building a new website, by the way.
Oh my! What's the site?
It's called
GameFront.com.
GamesFront.com. There's been a slight
James-
change.
Nice.
Been a slight change of name.
Yeah.
Mikey's
I'm
heading out.
getting
Mikey's
hella
heading off.
OT these days. I'm getting so much OT.
Mikey, come jump in and talk to us. Let's talk about it. Don't get angry. You can come join us.
You can use your words, Mikey. All
Finally-
right, I'm gonna head out. I refuse to discuss this. Oh no, he's all the way out.
Yeah, no, it's my fault, Mikey. You did send a gentle lentil frame to me. I just never updated it. But then it doesn't matter if I
Wait,
did because
what? Wait, Danny, this is on you?
It's on me.
Mikey, I'm so sorry.
No, there is a gentle lentil frame for your box, but then I never swapped it.
Yeah.
But even if I did swap it, you've got your own copies of all the scenes anyway. So what the fuck does it matter? It wouldn't update. I mean,
Well, yeah, but I could
I could just send it you.
just
and you could
like
update it
reload the
there.
assets. Yeah, it would have made it work.
Okay.
Mikey, I'm sorry that I accused you when it was Danny's fault the entire time. Once again, he's like
Guys-
parsing the information between the two of us to keep us at bay.
I think we should take this offline.
Oh no, he's raging. Oh no. Oh no.
All right, so Spartan31590 says,
Danny,
very,
you've done it now.
very nice work, James. But I do have to say, you are your own worst enemy. Never give up. Never think a boss run is bad, as long as you're getting a look at their moves and focus on dodging and muscle memory taking over. Then
I
you're
talked about this
getting a
last week.
net positive, even if you waste an ember. Good job, though. I'm sorry in advance for all the butt stuff the next two bosses are going to do to you. There are 3 in total, but one's kind of meh. Never give up, never surrender.
You need to do that in the voice of Winston Churchill. Never give
Never give up,
Yeah,
never
there.
surrender.
Very good. Very good.
Wow, that should be a song lyric.
Kamikaze Ice
Never gonna
James.
give up, never gonna surrender. Always gonna beat bosses with an ember. That was pretty good.
All right, I guess, yeah. James talking about Demon Scar. Let's be honest, this could be garbage. Little does he know how wrong he is. Onyx Blade probably better for PvE. Just so James wouldn't have to learn a new weapon moveset, but combining melee attacks and pyro spells together are satisfying when done right.
Oh, I am so down to get that. I was just afraid I was going to get in trouble because it sounded like one of those like, gimmicky things I get.
One of those
You know what they're talking
adventures that
about?
they
you
send
might
us
not know
on.
what I'm...
No, I
Well,
have no
no,
idea what you're
there's-
talking about.
The boss that I just beat when I went to the transposing kiln
Yeah.
gives me something called the Demon Scar. And I was like, well, because what it does is it uses as its power, you use it as a pyro hand. It's a sword
nice.
that casts pyro spells.
Oh, that's perfect.
And I
for you.
immediately was like, I gotta get this. And I was like,
Is it strength-based?
Huh?
We'll
I have
look
no
at it.
idea what it's
We'll look
based.
at it.
We'll look at it, but I think like this here is all the encouragement I needed to get that blade.
Okay. Yeah.
I was just afraid I was going to get in trouble. I do dumb things sometimes. Sorry.
Oh, here we go. Dark Page. Also, how come there doesn't even seem to be a delay for Zach, like when Morgan is on here? And then Gamefront VODs, our friend says James makes us use this alternative recording method. Everyone else does it one way, and James won't with me because, well, I don't know. Ask him. So, James, why do we have to use the alternative method that nobody else uses?
Well, here's part of the reason.
Well,
I
can
don't
we
think
have the full reason? Sorry, rather than part of the reason, because that just sounds like you covering up for something. To be honest,
There's only so much truth you can handle, Morgan, and I'm about to give you the part of the truth you can take.
Okay.
You and I, when we do Dark Souls 3, or when we do just Dark Souls 3, we could do the alternative style. But when we're doing the parsec and you're controlling Dark Souls 2 on my computer, and I might be wrong,
we wouldn't do it like
I
that.
think in the past it was having a hard time. Well, that's the difference is we'd be switching back and forth between two methods. Sometimes using which I would like to. If you got the time today to figure it out, or maybe we should wait till you get back to the Southern California area. But I think that for Dark Souls 3, we should record like that. It's way easier to edit, and
I think, but I think that we should too.
There's less lag though. I just don't understand how that's possible.
I don't know.
But it is true. It was all synced perfect.
That's disappointing, honestly.
But I mean, he as much as it was synchronized perfectly, it was also completely like ski whiff because his box was twice as big as James's. So it's not like it went without incident. I mean, don't be too jealous.
Thanks, Danny. Thank you. Thanks.
Dark Page, Morgan needs to go help Danny. Zach didn't make them go anywhere else and do a bunch of other BS that Morgan just came up with for no reason at all. Zach really just focused on and got it done. What?
Mm-hmm.
Wait.
I know that sounds harsh.
I have to defend myself here. Like, I'm not coming up with these side quests. The side quests are getting suggested to us.
Literally, I think Dark Page is the one that comes up with the side quests.
Yeah, absolutely.
Literally throwing you under the bus.
Yeah, last week we were like, who was it? Who was the person? And we went back and found out that it was Dark Page, and he was also one of the main detractors of it. So I feel like he's playing both sides of the coin.
He is.
Is he here? I'm listening to his comments.
The clerk says in the chat, "Where's Mitch? Any of these bozos going to read the chat? We do read the chat. Where's Mitch? Where's Mitch? I don't know. We haven't really installed like a personal tracking device on him just yet. We could give him a call.
But if you guys buy me a dart gun, I'll do it.
Oh yeah, we could just Mitch isn't here. He's at IGN. You tuned into the wrong channel.
Like these freaking bozos.
Although he was on Dark Souls 1 last week. So yeah, anyway, Kamikaze Ice. Microsoft Paint death numbers are looking very nice. Good job, James.
Nice. Oh, thank you. Those were actually, what's kind of funny is I didn't use the death count things that I'd been using for a few years now because I didn't have the files with me and I didn't ask Morgan for them. So when I got back, I decided I would use some of the death count numbers that we made before even that. And it was because like, it's kind of hard to explain, but those ones, I think Morgan might've made those and they weren't done in a PNG. So there's white. And I also have to like white out the sides, but I thought they looked like a cool death count number. It might have been me that made them. I thought that they just looked a little too good for me to be the one who made it.
No, I think you ended up making them because I was doing like individual like new ones, and then you made a set of all of them. So if they weren't in PNG with a clear background, it was your fault.
That's possible. They looked really cool, but they weren't in the right format, so I had to just white it out, which isn't that hard.
I love the level of production effort that goes into these numbers. Frankly.
What did James just do? Did he fall over? James, are you okay?
I'm okay. I was trying to put my phone up so I can see the chat, so I can talk to the chat. But
yeah. So what I'm doing is I just have it up and then I just switch back and forth.
Pelagius says, to be doubly fair, when Morgan and Zach were playing through Dark Souls 3 and summoning stuff, they were primarily just fooling around after Morgan finished his solo run. Zach is probably so zany because he already blew his rage load with Danny on Dark Souls 1. That's true. I do upset Zach quite a lot. Now, about the moment you're not going to win, that's exactly what Morgan said in fan mail. So you give up instead of just, say, dragging it a bit longer, focusing on learning enemy attacks and timings. Had you been doing that all along, then the bosses would have been a whole lot easier now. Madeira waits further. Grin.
Yeah, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Zach's real boy, Morgan. Who is this Morgan you speak of? Help me recollect. I will fight him. Zach's a real boy. But so true, Pill. Also, it was during working hours at my office, so I was trying not to screech. And then Ralph Murphy, other than the early Baby Heaney remark, Zach was nothing but positive. Maybe James needed that. James, do you need me to just be positive with you?
I think that the roller coaster of emotions in any relationship is more interesting than always being positive.
So, Danny, here's one of my problems. I try to communicate with James, and he won't just give me a straight answer. So this is why I end up getting upset, I think.
I feel like you can always answer with a lot. Like, I like to leave it up to, it's like, when I talk, I'm speaking like art. It's your interpretation of what I say. You know what I mean?
So this is what I'm dealing with.
It's yeah. It's funny though because on the Zach thing, I think because it was working hours, like he seemed much more respectful with you. Like he was in a quieter tone and stuff. With me, he literally just screams at me at the top of my lungs. top of his lungs. But with you, James, like it sounded, I think just because obviously people were working in the office next to him. Like Zach was being very quiet.
No, I think he cares about me. I think he has. We care and respect each other.
Yeah, maybe it's just that. I mean, yeah, maybe you don't get phone calls off him in the middle of the night because he's in the middle of a movie theater on his own and he just doesn't have anybody to talk to.
He must have thought it was like later or a good time for you to chat.
Red Rainlander in the chat says James is a walking art installation.
I keep on my watch. I have London time, so it's 6:43 in Manchester, right?
Yes, that's correct. You know, I do that on my phone. I've got all the different clocks.
So maybe Zach needs to do that because he could have thought maybe like just because you're on a completely different side of the world.
No, he knows. He knows. I tell him all the time, Zach, will you please stop phoning me at fucking 3 o'clock in the morning? And he does it anyway because he's just being a troll.
That's why he's doing it.
He knows he does it on purpose. He's not that he's made an innocent mistake. He thought, oh, Danny's asleep, I'll wake him up. And then he just, my phone just starts ringing, and it's Zach just screaming some random nonsense at the top of his lungs.
Now, is that a voicemail he leaves you, or do you answer the phone?
If it wakes me up, I'll answer it sometimes, but like generally
you're
speaking,
a better man than I.
I mean, it rarely.
I wouldn't answer it. I guess if I thought it was possible there was an emergency, but I'd think with Zach, like, oh, if there's an emergency, he's in Hawaii and there's nothing I can do for him on the island.
He has no reason to ring me in an emergency, really. I mean, it's just more out of politeness, I think. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird.
All right, random comment concerning inventory management. Play the Surge 2. You can configure 3 separate loadouts and switch between them whenever you want. And then Ralph Murphy responds with, I think that's Dragon Age. You can do that as well. Maybe it's Lords of the Fallen. I
don't
think
play
in Dragon
the Surge
Age,
2.
I have the Surge 2. Why would I
don't
not play
it? Because it's very repetitive. It's like fun for a couple hours, and then you're like, oh, I have to do this for the rest of the game. I'm good. I'm going to be all right.
I don't know. I'm still thinking I might want to try it out. I've heard it's like
give it a go.
cyberpunk version of Dark Souls.
That's what they told me.
Yeah. I mean, I'm interested. I have it, so I might as well. And I've always wanted to play Lords of the Fallen. I played like a small demo of it, and I liked it, but I did hear that game got skewed because it's just not Dark Souls enough, is what I've been told.
Yeah. Saints 928, haha, Zach is in the house. I've actually just started playing Dark Souls 3 with a bud, and we're just doing summon cheese. Really afraid, though, because I was getting on one morning. He was in the middle of battle saying, the people who made this game live in a septic tank, and I hope it's filled with shit ASAP. And were also some F words in there, but I'll admit I muted my mic and was laughing at him, lol. Ralph Murphy, good luck playing co-op is the key to being... Good luck. Playing co-op is the key to being invaded. Saints 928, lol, scummy move, but that is when the Ethernet cable is removed from my console.
Wow, that's yo, jeez.
That's Zach style.
Wow,
that's a low blow. That's a cheap move.
When
frankly.
he's playing co-op is the key to being invaded. What does that mean? Are you more likely to be invaded if you're playing co-op?
Well, yeah, because you've got to be embered, so you can get invaded, and then
Okay.
Ralph Murphy. So it looks like Morgan was the problem all along. I'll gladly retire. If you guys were asking me to, no, I've done too much. No one wants me to play the game anymore. I'll go.
Come on,
I think you're just looking for an out, Morgan. I don't think you actually need convincing of this.
No, it's for the good of the channel.
I think you're just like, I can get my sanity back here. I'm just going to give this to Zach.
Manjorn, Thunder, no shield, melee only, garbage damage. Is this really James Heaney? Awesome win, great seeing Zach. Demon Scar is a good weapon, viable in PvP for pyromancers. So definitely, we're gonna get that today, right?
I think I really want it. I set myself up so that I could start the video buying it. If it's good for PvP, that's gotta mean it's good for PvE, right? Like, there's nothing that's not good for PvE, but is PvP. It would flip the other way if it was a problem.
It would the other way. It could be a problem because you could have stuff that's like AOE or even pyromancy is not very good for PvP.
Typically, but this is the best way for a PvP pyromancer. It sounds like.
Sounds like it.
You know, you can tell who watches just your videos and who watches like fan mail and my videos because like when people are surprised to see Zach in the comments, they clearly don't watch the other stuff because they're like, oh, Zach's here. I've not seen him for years, and it's like, cool, that's a cheap shot. He's on every single week, but whatever. Anyway,
James, on this day you raised yourself out of the well of Majula and became a beast of Dark Souls player, my friend. Feels like you've been baptized. Zach, today, sir, you're looking sexy. Well, I read that backwards. Morgan, we missed your manly musk on this video today. I must say Zach was very nice to James.
And that made him sad.
I don't know. That might be a mustache.
No,
that might be like the
sadness.
Lorax. I feel like that's the Lorax side.
That does look like the Lorax.
And then Ralph Murphy says, and oh yeah, great job, James. Okay.
Kamikaze Ice James, you should put your background picture so it looks like you're riding a roller coaster. Some of your facial expressions are ruffle cakes.
I think that's a fantastic idea.
That's a great idea.
Because you could just capture stills of all the different shock faces you do and just, you know, put them in a frame like you've been to the theme park or something and you just had your picture taken on the way down. It'd be fantastic.
Or just leave it green so that other people can pull
we
it.
should do a competition. Yes, leave it green, and then people could just Photoshop their own. Yeah, do a James background. Fill your
Actually,
own
that's a
background.
really good idea.
Yeah, you should just leave it green for a couple videos, and then like in a couple weeks we'll have a green screen competition.
I love it. Where are we up to? Neil like
Zach coaching James. A surprise to be sure, but a welcome one.
See, there's another one.
I also feel like Morgan deserves a break, to be honest.
Yeah.
You got my like for the Palatine reference. What is that?
Palpatine, a surprise to be sure.
Oh, it's not Palpatine.
It's Palpatine.
It's a Star Wars thing, is it?
Yeah.
It says Palatine, which is
it does say Palatine. It's probably been spell checked or something, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, because Palatine is like about 20 minutes outside of Chicago.
No one knows about that little town outside of Chicago.
Well, that's the name of the town, and it doesn't say Palpatine. So forgive me for thinking it's the town outside of Chicago.
Yeah.
Nobody said the town outside of Chicago was called Palpatine, James. You've made that connection in your own head, I think. But
I'm saying, well, Morgan said that there must be a quote from Palpatine.
Yes, and you thought, oh well, no, the town in Chicago is not called Palpatine. It's the quote.
It must be a surprise to be sure, but a welcome one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't remember that line.
Have you seen it?
I've seen it. I've seen it a bunch.
Poor Morgan. These comments are really at him. Wahaha, says Isaac Sims. It's true. I did feel bad for you a bit, Morgan. People went hard on you on the comments this week.
It's so funny because I feel like this is like maybe like a light roasting. Like people are joking around saying like, "Oh, look, Zach let him do it" or whatever. But even a light roasting, people still feel bad about lightly roasting me. So
it's hard to roast you because you're such a nice guy. It's just
James,
I
you hearing this?
Well, I mean, maybe not to James. I've seen you go ham on James a few times, but that's probably deserved as well.
Yeah,
like when I told him to eat a bag of
genitalia. I feel like when I'm thinking Morgan's such a nice guy, I remember being told that I should eat a bag of genitalia, and I don't know if that's what
I've taken some time and I've like breathed and I've done some meditation and I thought about it and I still feel the same way. I haven't changed my position on that stance at all.
Yeah, well, probably sending you to rehab just to recover from James has probably been the biggest expense of the new company so far.
Yeah.
Hello to Extreme Monkey Gamer, who just said hello there. Isaac Sims again. All right, guys, I apologize in advance, but long comment incoming. Oh God, is it a long one? Why have I volunteered to read this out loud? So here are my thoughts / ideas on the challenge. On the challenge run completion discussed in fan mail. Oh yeah, this was the thing where we said all four of us together, right? And we would have a race to see who could complete the game.
Yeah.
Who'd get furthest. if you all wanted to participate and say first one to beat the game wins, that sounds fun. However, doing it all in one go sounds like it could be a bit long-winded. I watched a streamed race of Final Fantasy IV once, and they would simply stop playing the game after a set amount of time, wherever they were. I think that was the idea, though, wasn't it? To basically play for 2 hours and just see who got furthest wins. Was that kind of the idea?
No,
we were going to play through the entire game.
Entire game. Oh my god, we can't just play. We can't do that for like 3 years. It'd take forever. Anyway.
I think I could do it in one day.
I can do it in a sitting for sure.
I could do it in one sitting. I could do it a little faster than Morgan.
This is what I'm saying. I think.
I can do it a lot faster than James. So
maybe this could be our next.
Do it like.
Maybe this could be our next 24-hour charity live stream next year. We could do like 24 hours, and who can complete the game and or get the furthest is the winner, or whatever.
Yeah.
And the money goes to their charity or whatever. I don't know, but yeah. Anyway,
I don't know if I can wait a year. I think I need to do this. Like, I feel like I've been training my whole life. I don't know if I can wait another year.
Do after this if you want.
Yeah, we can do 24-hour streams like every 3 months if we want, or every day if we wanted to do
every day. No.
Every day, all day long.
Every time
up to Sonic again,
dude. Every time I stream on the weekends, Pelagius. Every time, when's the next 24-hour live stream? When's the next 24-hour live stream? I'm like, no, I nearly died last time. When's the next 24-hour live stream? It just never stops. And I was like, anyway, I watched Final Fantasy IV. You'd have to plan ahead as well, because if you if you save and quit within a boss battle, you're transported to outside of the fog gate when you load back in. This would allow for multiple parts. I also consider the game audio to be less important to y'all's voice audio. As far as Danny goes, he deserves a boost beyond everyone else due to being the least experienced. Perhaps he can be the only one who can start the night class, as it's the most OP of the starting classes. I like that idea. Now, on my previously proposed Dark Souls 2 run, you could all choose a different class and only be allowed to use the starting weapon and armor of that class. You can then rush the DLCs because that is the best and hardest parts of Dark Souls 2. You could level anything and grab only consumables, but this would negate all item management as it would be beyond the scope of the challenge. Now, it would also be fun if you all, except Danny, joined the Champions Coven, which makes things harder. I think both runs would be insanely fun to watch and would add some spice to normal playthroughs. Also, you could possibly have tiered prizes and levels for the winner. Just some thoughts to juggle. I mean, I like these ideas. I think if we were going to play these games again, it's a good...
We're going to play these games again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like to... I kind of think in one sitting's the best, but I could also picture... I don't want to do like a Souls level 1 or like starting equipment only run. I think it's fun to be able to pick the different things that you do. Taking that away takes, in my opinion, away a lot of the fun of playing a Dark Souls game. So that's the only reason I don't like the idea of that. The audio being like a conflict because there'd be 3 or 4 people playing through Dark Souls. I don't know. There's a side of me that also thinks that we should do one person at a time, and like, okay, you have
time it
and do a timed play.
The only reason I prefer to do it split screen is because you can you've got the
watch the other person.
You've got the back and forth a bit, like you can have the banter and stuff. And generally speaking, the reason I love this idea is because most of the YouTube channels or Dark Souls streamers or whatever tend to be just one person, so nobody else has really done it because they don't have multiple people to race. So it's kind of unique as well. So I like the unique aspect of it. But I like the idea of an esports thing. I just like the idea of it being like 4 cameras, like for all the 4 participants, somebody cutting between them, doing commentary, like having a Mitch or someone commentate on it. Like it was a sporting event or something.
The one thing I don't like about it is then you lose the game audio. Like, what's the audio that would be behind all of us?
You could just have the audio to the person you're focused on, and you'd have to do fades and things. That's a production meeting kind of question. I think.
Yeah,
I bet you could do it though.
Because you would also want to be able to like just focus all the way on one screen when they're like fighting a boss or whatever, because we're not going to all be at bosses at the same time. So if they're in the middle of like an epic boss fight, you want to like switch to just them while the other people are doing whatever, fighting regular stuff.
Yeah, Basically, yeah, there's 4 people playing and just playing and talking, and then one person who's commentating and just switching between and deciding what to focus on and stuff. So you kind of need a 5th person, and or only 3 of you race, I guess. But I think doing it like the Dark Souls Olympics is what it is. That's what this is. That's how it should be presented.
I also think there's going to be a point in time in the stream where maybe somebody realizes how far behind they are, and then they can just join in and help coach one of the people that's still got a leg in the race.
Wait, James, are you already defeating yourself before we even start?
I'm trying to give you an out, Morgan. I'm just saying.
No, James, I know how your mind works. You're giving yourself an out.
He's giving
now.
because the starting gun will go off and he just won't touch the controller for an hour, and then he go, oh, I'm out. I'm just going to jump in and do some. I'm going to go put some pizza in the oven. I
got to take a nap.
They don't pay me enough $50 editors fees for this. I'm off. Bye bye.
Gnarly.
Okay. El Scorcho says, oh yeah, because I also have a stat. El Scorcho says, put that stat point into luck. I'm also down to see either the pyro spell or the new blade via transposition. By the way, I much prefer this Zen Zach to screaming movie quotes Zach.
Yeah.
Oh.
See, I told you, that's all he does to me. He just goes, have you seen that movie?
We should have a rule that he has to do it during work hours. He has to record with you during work hours only.
Yeah.
Well, we only record on weekends, but I guess that's the issue. So but that's what I mean. Most of my videos are, Quentin Tarantino movies. How many of those have you seen? That's literally all it is. Like, he just doesn't stop. So you can't play Dark Souls with him. Honestly, it's difficult.
Lori Foster, great job, James. Both Nick and I are blown away. Backseat Gaming Studios, perfect love. The end. The Darkest Dragon. Get the Demon Scar boss weapon. You will like it, my friend. You already have the best fire spells in the game. Good job owning the Princess. Still put on Black Knight Fire Shield.
Please remind me to do that. I cannot let another episode go where I don't put that shield on. It's the best shield.
Dude, well, that definitely made it for the last episode. Morgan may never hear the end of this. I feel like I will. It's already over. This Zach did a great job. Simon DG, fantastic job, James and Zach, amazing. I told myself I'd never backseat again, but after seeing this display of skill, I'm kind of hoping to see more of the sword fighting James and less of the bad old mage. We've been begging for it.
Battle mage.
Bad old mage. We've been begging for this sword fighting James this entire playthrough. I don't know if we're gonna get it. Mikhail Rose, this new guy is so good. I already forgot who the old guy even was. Ralph Murphy, so is it okay if I troll Morgan?
I feel like you're rushing through these comments a bit, Morgan. I don't know.
No, we're doing great. Just keep moving. Eyes on the road. I enjoy a good trolling, whether I'm the one that's doing the trolling or the other way around.
I don't think anyone's serious, to be honest, but maybe they are. Maybe they are. I don't know. But you're serious.
I mean, there's always a nugget of truth in the troll, you know.
But here's the thing, right? But I mean, you guys have been doing this for 65 episodes, 1 hour. That's 65 hours of your life that you spent with James watching him.
Well, and plus 1 hour before each of those for tech.
For tech. So let's call it 180 hours of your life that you've lost to this playthrough. I mean, to be honest, I challenge any man to do that and not, want to put a pistol to their own head by the end of it.
Yeah, you spend 160 hours and it locked in a room with James. Tell me you're not a little irritated every once in a while.
It's like a social experiment, right? Like, it's just how long can you survive before you murder the postman or something just goes wrong. It's just, anyway.
Nick says, James, you did really well. Honestly, this was really good. The funniest thing is that Morgan will never believe it. Really looking forward to the rest of the Ringed City. Embrace your inner pyro, James. Go all in. And most of all, have fun. Rhythmic? So nostalgic having Zach on here.
Oh, it's funny. Yep. He clearly doesn't watch my videos either. It's fine. MW.
This was a much switch. Morgan's just become unbearable watching James play Dark Souls.
That's not what it says. It says Morgan becomes unbearable watching James play Dark Souls.
There's still hope. There's a nugget of hope in there.
No, but the
the same
context
thing,
is
Danny.
important. Is because
means-
it's not
yeah.
Morgan is unbearable. Morgan is
Morgan
unbearable
is-
because he's having to deal with you. That's what the comment is saying.
I'm just saying, Zach's and James's energy is really well meshed together.
You want to get Zach in here? Let's get Zach in here.
He's-
I'm afraid of what could happen. It's really a roulette game that I got lucky on. Like you win big at a slot machine, you don't start dumping more money into it. You move on.
Yeah. I don't think that those were so bad. I think, a lot of, if there is any nuggets of truth to the criticism, I think it is well deserved. I do and have and will lose my temper every once in a while. It's just part of the game. I don't know how else to do it. I do consciously go in trying not to lose my cool, and it happens.
We'll catch up with the chat quickly before we move on to Resident Evil. Red Rainlander says that he did some sports production stuff, so he could help with that maybe.
There we go.
So there we go. We got someone on board for that. Dark Page says that we should do 4 hours, and whoever gets the furthest. Which I think that would be better.
Hard to judge who gets the furthest. Like, how do you judge who gets the furthest?
We'd have to either that, or we'd have to say you've got to do things in a set order. Like you've got to go here first or whatever. But I don't know.
Yeah, because I think that we should definitely have to kill like the tree. Yeah, bosses killed. Oh, just the number of bosses killed, so you go out and farm out all the easy ones.
Yeah, maybe. Well, I mean, then you can introduce. I mean, there's no right or wrong answer because you can put strategy into. What we just have to decide.
Maybe maybe like we should figure out a point system so it's like bosses killed, like areas visited, number like whatever.
Yeah, number of deaths, number of souls. It could be any. We could set a number, or it could just be points for all of the above. We'll figure some out. I think this is going to be the sporting event of the year. This is going to be the freaking Super Bowl of gaming. This.
And then when Elden Ring comes out, we'll do a full playthrough of that, right? Should we just sit down and play through it?
I really want. Yeah, I think we need.
Is that going to be PS5 exclusive?
Nope, PC.
Oh,
good.
If we're ever going to cover something properly on the day it releases, please can we do Elden Ring? Because if we don't cover that when it launches, we're never going to do it properly, are we?
Is there a release date on it? I will.
It's January, I think.
Oh.
18th of January, maybe something like that.
I'll take all of January off.
Yeah, me too. I'll take all of January off.
Well, don't take all of January off. It might release at the end of January, and then you've just had a month off, and then you just play for 3 days.
Hey, I gotta do this. All right, so clear my calendar. I'll be off for all of January.
And then
people do that gap thing where they like they don't work between like Christmas and New Year's. I'll just do the opposite. I won't work from New Year's to Christmas.
I'm sure employer won't mind that. It sounds reasonable to me.
Well, let me talk to him. Danny, is it cool?
Yeah.
Cool. There we go.
I mean, you technically own 1/4 of the. I don't have any say. David H. Hello.
Hey, you guys are our corporate overlords. I'm going to keep pushing that narrative.
I'd said this last week. Technically, Adventure Bits has bought GameFront. Really, now looking at
it is
it,
kind of a true way.
Yeah, that's wild.
But anyway.
Adventure Bits LLC, the power play.
Pill says highest upgraded weapon,
Pill.
souls level, bonfires visited, bosses killed, invaders killed, flask upgrades, and even NPCs gathered in the fire link can all count towards your overall score. And then we
so I say we take something like that, and then we get a panel of like 5 judges, and then they determine the score like up to 500, like a gymnastics competition.
Yeah, they can hold the cards up at the end, right? And it's a 5 from the Russian judge, and all that business. It would be great.
I love it.
Yeah, it could be that there is like the most golds and things like that. So like, there's all these.
The most golds.
Well, what if there's like 5 categories to compete in? Most bosses, highest soul level, and like you could be first, second, third, and all of those, and then also the general winner of like who got the most first places in those other things. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
I'm really excited about it. I can't wait. I really think you guys are gonna.
If we get it
you'd be
like
surprised.
down really well, we should do it like every 3 months or something. Like if we can figure out because figuring out the tech the first time is going to be the hard part, and then once we have it, then we can do it anytime with any game really.
Well, that's the other thing with OBS Ninja. You could put out to OBS Ninja your like all of your screens, and then somebody could be disc jockeying it through OBS Ninja.
Yeah,
because
well,
that's
Red
probably
Rhinelander.
the best way to do it.
Yeah, we'll get somebody. But yeah, basically, you would just stream to one. You stream to the central person. That central person just flips between the scenes or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, we're definitely doing this, by the way, because I'm just like I wanted to. This is going to be like the big Super Bowl event of GameFront of the year. It's going to be great. Anyway,
Pelagius says some things never change. Like GameFront Duo's ability to make things more complicated than they actually are. Though this is the first time around, I couldn't believe all it took was just turning one mirror once too. Now I'm seriously surprised that James didn't get Morgan killed trying to solve the laser puzzle. But the solution James came up with during the second puzzle was a good laugh. Oh, you can knock this down? Gets toasted. Morgan, you can just use the zappy stick more often. It's incredibly effective, combined with melee armor, and you have both.
Yeah, I will do that. Dark Page, wow, Zap is James now and forever. Yeah. Danny, have you ever noticed that James is essentially Zap Brannigan from Futurama?
I can sort of see the resemblance there.
That boisterous ego and like.
So effectively William Shatner, basically, but just without any pants.
Kind of, yeah. You got it.
I don't know, because I mean he's not quite as in your face, James, compared to Zap Brannigan, but he is probably on the same level of insane.
He definitely, like, sometimes he says some stuff and I'm like, that's what Zap would say about the situation.
I guess I don't know who Zap Brannigan is.
Zap would say the same thing.
What? Oh, he would say something. So what I always think of when you say that is the character from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy who has a name very similar to that, which is
he's the original he's the captain of the ship.
Yeah.
With the multiple heads.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm sure there's a bit of that mixed into Zap Brannigan as well.
I can't believe you've never seen Zap Brannigan.
I probably have. I like Futurama. I just haven't watched that much of it.
Do you remember the guy who's like William Shatner?
This guy.
Not really.
There you go. There's Zap.
Oh, like me.
That's the noise that he would make. Oh, Zappy. That's what I look like.
That's what I say every time I pass a mirror.
There you go. That's literally what you would say. That's pretty good. Yeah, there you go. We've got
it's uncanny now.
Wow.
Zach is a real boy. When someone is coming, always stand behind a pillar. Got it. Dark Page 3811. Hilarious. Is that when James kicked the pillar?
I think it is. I should have known.
It was amazing.
Oh my God. And then
I was like, you can kick this down.
And then you killed yourself.
Oh, what?
That's when that's when you refused to go up above while I was spinning him around.
Oh.
2038. Little did James realize, as he just proclaimed to the world, that he does, in fact, know the difference between his left and his right. Oh my God, hit that button, 2038.
Well, if you look at the map, it looks like we want to go left up.
He said, if you look at the math, it looks like you want to go left up here.
No,
the
map.
Oh, the map. Okay.
So he just does know his left and right. He just likes to pretend like he doesn't to feel special and different. That's my theory.
But James, do you know the difference between port and starboard?
Of course.
Which one's which?
Port is a nice dark beer. Starboard is it's a sour mash.
Oh, got him. Anyway.
Saints 928, haha. You guys sounded like you were using the comms in a Star Trek episode. Lol. Here's the tip for this the episode. RPGs are a one-time use item and cannot be upgraded, but are extremely powerful, either killing or near killing the chunkier enemies of the game. All right, well, one more tip. there's a very powerful Magnum coming up in double boss fight soon. That is the last one you can pick up. Remember, upgrading the magazine will refill its ammo. Oh, all right. It's not bad.
Wait a second. Did I mess up our audio in this?
No, it's that creepy freaking intro you did where it was just sounded like Morgan was in some kind of horror movie.
Oh yeah.
It was literally like something out of Blair Witch Project or something. I don't know, but it just sounded. It was terrifying. What was that music? Did you add that in, or was that just the game audio?
I guess it was just the game audio.
Oh my god!
But yeah, what I had done when I was editing it.
James, where are you? It's like, it was awful. It was the scariest thing I've ever seen.
No.
I couldn't watch the rest of the video. I had to hide behind the sofa. I don't know what you did. Like the most creepy pasta shit that you've ever done, James. It was awful.
Yeah, it was funny because I was editing it. Morgan, not to call you out on it, because we've both done these kinds of things, but your audio was all on all of the tracks. So I couldn't get like a clean track of you. I just had to use the Discord audio.
All right.
When I was syncing it, I was putting it together, and I realized when I synced everything, I could see the lag. It's not that long, but when I put it next to each other, it created this really crazy echo of like, I can't explain it, but it was a cool echo. So I put a little clip of it in the beginning for people to hear the lag we deal with.
Yeah, not to call you out on it, Morgan, but you did a bad job. Okay.
I done messed up. Dangerous. Props to Morgan for playing this game on the hidden hardest difficulty, James AI.
Oh, come on!
That did make me laugh, to be honest.
That is pretty funny.
All right, we did just.
But could you give that a down thumb?
No. I'll give it.
Oh!
I can't. No. Zach. This. I don't know who he is. Some dude. Zach Izar, real baby. Down plus A turns you around.
A real baby boy. Down plus A turns you around.
These are the.
Right,
that's true. I actually know that. I don't do it.
Wow. Why not?
In a panic, it's hard to remember.
You know, I figured I was halfway through Resident Evil Village before I figured out how to do that on the controller. And it's super useful when you know it's there, but you probably don't use it that often, just in certain situations, I think, when you get in absolutely...
Especially not in this one. There isn't a lot of, like, jump scare, turn around, take a shot situation.
This game is very arcadey.
It doesn't feel like a Resi game.
No.
Yeah.
It's weird. I think we're almost done with it. We're only a few episodes in.
I don't know. Danny, you've played this game, right?
No, I played it. I didn't play it through to the end. It's not my cup of tea. It's just not very... Just doesn't feel very much like a Resident Evil game to me. You know, it felt a lot like when me and Zach were playing Resident Evil Villages 2-player co-op, but just very more actiony. I prefer that horror. I like horror movie stuff. So like when it's like the slow build up and the jump scares and the suspense and all that stuff. Like when you have some slow paced moments and stuff. Whereas this is just like this is just an action game. It's like you say, it's just Ninja Turtles in 3D or something. But whatever. I do need to watch your latest episode though, because I didn't edit this one. So I've watched them all because I had to edit them all, and because of the way it's edited, I had to watch them all in real time. So I'm invested now. I have to see it through to the end. So I'm going to. This
is a good one when we make it into the
Oh,
it's fun.
You're cutting out on my headphones.
Me?
Yeah, we lost you there.
Oh.
What did you say?
What did you say?
Oh, I was just saying this one is fun when we make it into like the Indiana Jones temple.
Or the Tomb Raider temple. It really feels like
Tomb Raider temple
game to me.
Depending on how old you are.
Yeah. All right. So Zach is a real boy. Says, "Wait, where am I?" On 6 minutes. Oh no. Oh my God. This is really funny. Morgan literally forgot how to play Dark Souls after.
How do you jump?
Well,
I took a week off.
He didn't know how to run. He didn't know how to jump. He didn't know how to do anything.
No.
You sound like me. I mean, I'm normally the one who forgets how to jump. I mean,
well, the problem is I've been playing No Man's Sky. guy only. Like that's essentially all I've been playing, and so my like fingers just weren't ready for it.
You know,
My bad.
this is what I keep saying to, because I was playing like the new DLC for Watch Dogs Legion the other week before I played Dark Souls with Zach. So I was pressing trigger to sprint and stuff, which is dumb. So Zach's like, "Why are you just attacking midair?" And I was like, "I keep thinking that's the sprint button." And it messes your head up when you play a game and switch to another. So yeah,
They need to do like shooters. They've kind of like settled on like COD controls are the best for all shooters. So they just need to like settle on like action RPGs should have these like set controls.
Definitely.
So every game you pick up is essentially the same with some small tweaks.
Definitely. Well, it's like keyboard and mouse is kind of like that, right? Because it's always WASD spacebar control for crouch. Like on keyboard and mouse, it's the same always.
Space bars.
Yeah.
Another Morgan Rusnai. How many years will this go on for?
Jesus, how many years will this go on for? Well,
I think over 9,000 man years. Hopefully, we finish up by Q1 of 2023.
That's our official corporate estimate on our roadmap.
I mean, we got to be almost done. Like, we could beat the game right now, but we're going to try to beat through these DLCs, right? There's one whole DLC we haven't touched yet.
Yeah, we'll go through. Exactly. It'll be fine.
I think there's some confusion. I'm sure the comments talk about it, but I remember someone saying you were going from the first DLC to the third DLC and then back to the first DLC and you haven't touched the second yet. And then think you've finished the first and you've not or something. I don't know. But is someone keeping track of all these DLCs?
Really?
Somewhere? Yeah, apparently. I was just wondering.
I thought we finished the last one.
Maybe I'm wrong. We'll find out in a second, I guess, because there's a big long credit. There's a big long.
Like we're about to hash it out. This is all. Oh no!
You guys should go to where the old Iron King was. The natural DLC progression is Sunken King, Old Iron King, then Snow. You also missed a boss
the old Lion
in
King.
the Sunken King DLC. Simon says, that boss is trash, though. And then Brad Hahn says, as bad as the boss is, the trip to it is infinitely worse. All three of those co-op DLCs are pure arse gravy. Arse gravy.
I like the phrase arse gravy.
I've not heard that. That's disgusting.
Yeah, that's just diarrhea, basically. But anyway.
Absolutely nothing of value will be lost if the guys don't bother with them. Okay. Brad Hahn agreed. Pure cancer, that one. Trash or no, a boss is a boss, and they have fought every boss thus far. It would be a shame to skip just one. I agree with Isaac Sims because I'm probably never going to do
holding us accountable, feet to the fire.
Yeah, Isaac. At this point, most of the viewers just want to see them make real progress and finish the content that matters. The Gank Squad is going to take them at least 4 or 5 videos, and they will almost certainly hate every minute of it. And then what? Another 10 videos of getting sidetracked in the frigid outskirts with Lud and Zolin before heading to the Fume Night? Let them finish the main bosses first, and then let them go for the miserable side content if they can't get enough of the game after that. Simon DG, out of 200 plus viewers, only a score complain about the lack of finish. It's about the journey, not the destination. Okay. Yes, if the journey is enjoyable. There's really nothing enjoyable about the Cave of the Dead, Frigid Outskirts, or the Iron Passage. Knowing them, they will try to solo it, and they will never have a good time. But I suppose if they went co-op with Patreons or other GameFront crew, it might be fun. They should fight the Gank boss. Just invite a couple of guys from here to join them. Group Dark Souls 2, anyone? Simon DG, they can do whatever they want. It's a free country, but me personally, I would want to see them 100% the 3 games. You're entitled to your opinion. Mine's just different. Well, that's a very reasonable conversation. Nothing got out of control here, which is impressive.
We got a bunch of real adults in the comments here.
I wouldn't be opposed to figuring out how we get people to join us for that. If it's like a really annoying thing and it's meant to be co-opted, I wouldn't be against.
I'm trying to think. I went through and 100%ed, well, at least all the bosses and stuff, not like 100% like awards. this game without summoning anybody.
And you
So I've
beat
done
the
it
game
before.
bosses
It's
you're talking
doable.
about? All right.
Yeah.
Morgan, stop rushing. You guys still have one boss left in DLC 1 at the Priestess Chamber bonfire. Wydom, stop rushing? This playthrough is already more than a year old. Think about that for a second. Just because they have too many games in rotation and it takes forever to get to the Souls games doesn't mean the boys should skip a boss while doing the 3 DLCs. That's all. I'm not saying they should skip anything. I'm just telling you this is what took more than a year, so I'm sure they're not in a rush.
I feel like this whole situation.
That's the sad part. We are rushing.
I feel like this is sort of gearing up to be one of these Dark Souls 3 situations where you decide to go off and do this boss, and then most of the people come back angry because they were like, "Oh, this is the worst thing you've ever done. Don't do what." You know what I mean? Like everybody will be pissed except for Isaac Sims, who said, "Oh, that was a good idea because it was his idea."
Yeah.
You know, not that this is something Isaac does, but it would go with tradition if he was also mad about it.
Yeah. Oh, you should have listened to my. Yeah.
He's like, I
can't believe you did what I told you to do, man. Like, absolutely ridiculous.
But yeah, well, I mean, I think that we make as much progress as we can, and I wouldn't be opposed to trying to organize a time where we pull in some people to help us co-op it.
Well, you know I'm available.
Yeah,
anytime.
but that's like a different playthrough.
Why don't you complete the game as a pass and play without doing some of this crappy side stuff? But then as bonus videos afterwards, you can then attack the side stuff with you two co-oping together. I guess
if that's what we were going to do.
No, once we're done, we're done.
The game's over. The game's like we've pretty much beaten the game except for the DLC.
Yeah, we just have to beat the DLC. Yeah, and go fight the last boss.
Or you just agree for this particular thing, this, and this. We'll just agree to co-op and just throw the pass and play.
I'm not against it, but if Morgan's against it, I don't want to be the person that goes to co-op because I'm going to stand in solidarity with Morgan's choice to be solo.
Yeah, we should be solo.
To be solo together.
Yeah, shying away from something because it's hard. It doesn't seem, even if it's like unduly hard, doesn't seem like the way to go. I think we should just do it.
Pelagius in the chat says that Gamefront is currently made up of Russian playstyle, Canadian servers, US players, and the British Danny, along with a Hawaiian ogre to finish the mix.
That's accurate. What is a Russian playstyle, though?
Russian.
Yeah, I don't know what is a Russian playstyle.
Oh, Russian. Got it. Like just run through a rushing. It's a play on words.
Very funny.
Nick Hanley says, "Look, it's Baldylocks in a box." Oh, what?
I wasn't on that video, Nick. So also,
what that mean?
I don't know. I'll give it a.
You're going to encourage this.
All right, so I don't even have to look at what 1355 sponsored by Flex Tape is referring to because my guess is it's me losing 3 times in a row, Morgan picking up the controller, then beating boss after boss, and like.
Wait, can I see that? Wait, I thought this was the video where I forgot how to
where
play.
It starts, I think it's the same video. You forget how to play the game at all. You don't know how to run. You don't know how to jump, and you're like, and you just crush this boss, and then you crush the next boss, and then you just keep going.
Yeah.
Well,
I did die to the next boss once.
Yeah, you got basically to the end of the video and then died once. Yeah, but like you basically just tanked for 40 minutes. It was beautiful. It was great for me because it was just like I can just skip most of this editing now. Wee.
Well, James will do that this time, right? James?
I don't know. What? I don't know what you're talking about.
Kamikaze ice 2 heenies in a box. How long until they forget each other and meet again? I'm not sure they'd become friends if they met under these circumstances. Oh man, that would be intense.
I feel like there's a bit there where you just like do it like a split screen of you meeting yourself and you don't actually remember yourself. So like you then have to just introduce yourself to yourself.
You guys are both trying to like figure out where you knew each other from, even though you're the same person.
Oh, this is gold. This is comedy gold.
I don't find the humor in it. Kamikaze says the tongue action. I tried to do some tongue action just to think about what kind of thing was I doing. What is? I think maybe I was doing. Sometimes I'll do like a ding dong kind of with my tongue. I don't know. But let's see what the picture.
Wait, can we see it? What is it?
I don't know what the tongue action is. I think that's.
That's me mocking
Yeah.
What is happening?
I don't know
I don't
what
know.
that was.
I don't know what that was either.
Page Morgan's back hurts. I can tell. My back doesn't really hurt carrying James through Dark Souls because he's such a lightweight. It's fine. Kamikaze's Half-Life is.
It feels like redemption for Dark Souls 3, to be honest.
Oh man.
Half-Life is great.
We were talking about Half-Life in there. It's
I've never played Half-Life.
Game. I really think he should play Black Mesa. It's got to be one of my top 5 favorite games of all time. Maybe even. It's just so amazing, and Black Mesa is great.
Have you played Half-Life 2?
No.
No. Jesus.
Any Half-Life.
You've
I've never played any Half-Lives.
I don't think I've ever met another human being who hasn't played Half-Life 2. You have to play them. They're so good. But play Black Mesa because it's Half-Life 1 but remastered, basically.
Is this going to be like...
We're losing you again.
Scrolls are like similar, like play it and it's like super short game.
No,
it's
It's not super long either. It's probably you could beat it in like 10 hours, maybe 12 hours.
They're linear first person shooters, so think BioShock kind of thing.
Okay.
You probably never played BioShock either.
Oh yeah, that's not usually my jam, but I haven't. Yeah.
But the story is so good. I mean, I love single player story based games, so that's kind of my thing. But like it's so good.
I would give it a try.
Yeah, you should.
Maybe we'll put that on the docket for when Dark Souls, some of these Dark Souls run throughs wind down.
Mm-hmm.
Let's play an even older game. El Scorcho says.
Yeah.
Oh no, where are we up to? Oh, Zach, holy crap, we have
Ralph
lore.
Murphy.
I did some lore in this video.
You did some lore. Why have you kept that a secret?
I think the problem with the lore is that James doesn't actually know what people want from him. And he's too afraid to ask at this point because we've been talking about doing it for so long. So he doesn't want to be like, well, like what would it actually be?
I feel like the first lore video I should do
problem.
is about what happened to that guy in the skeleton that lays in the hallway. That is by the
going into the iron place. Yeah,
like we need. That's like those are the kinds of lore videos I could do. Of like
I would love it. Yeah,
I think you'd love it, and I'd love it, but I don't think most people would like that.
Well, you don't know until you show them. You got to show them your heart, James. El Scorcho, there's still a boss in the first. Wait, did I skip this? Ralph Murphy. Morgan did a really good job with the bosses. If we do that, we kind of saw the best and worst of them in this video. There's still another boss in that DLC though. We got to get down there. It was the best of times. It was a little worse of times for me. El Scorcho, there's still a boss in the first DLC. My evil side wants to see James fight it because it's guaranteed to elicit the heat panic face in that little box. After you finish DLC 1, I suggest you do DLC 2, the Inferno, before you do the Snow DLC, aka DLC 3. I've already made it so far into the snow too, well,
some people are saying it doesn't matter which order you do it, and some people are. So, I mean, I'd just do you, to be honest, because people are going to give you contradictory advice, I feel, on that.
Yeah. Well, the snow one, I want James to play most of it, but I don't know how to do it. Like, get him, like, make him play it and live for, like, long enough to go through.
Just commit suicide every time it's your turn, and then it's always James' turn, right?
Yeah, that's true. Saints 928 update. All right, actually, never mind. DS3 pissed me off, so I'll just continue watching you guys play. Go to the Twin Princes in like 8 hours of playing. And after trying that 6 or 7 times, I just don't see why people enjoy punishing themselves. But I will say watching people play these games and punish themselves is great. So keep it going, goobies.
Okay. If James hates birds, then I imagine him acting like Yoda in Seagulls. Stop It Now music video. Have no idea what that is.
I don't know what that is either.
I would look it up, but we'd probably get a copyright strike, so it's not worth it.
Probably.
Yeah. Dark Genius as a resident lore buff. Listening to James making up random lore is going to give me. It was Plato's cave analogy James was thinking of. Diogenes didn't live in a bathtub; he lived in a wooden barrel, which he took baths in rarely. That makes it a bathtub, just so you know. The Dark Genius.
You only bathe in something once before it becomes a bathtub.
Yeah. In the pictures, the drawings I've seen of him, he was like in a legit bathtub, but that could have been like, artistic license. He always had a bunch of dogs around him too, in the pictures, at least. Dangerous. Loving the slideshow in the snow. Are you still trying to play in 4K on James's toaster?
I should check to make sure what the setup is, but the snow was really making my computer struggle.
That's so weird. It seems like it would be easy to have all that snow because it was just as white.
It depends on how the snow is rendered. Oh, sorry, I was going to get into a technical ramble there, but let's not.
No, do it. Yeah.
Oh, no,
let's hear it.
No, I was just going to say it depends on how.
Yeah.
Cheers, James. Simon DG says, did you expect to see the dragon go down that quickly? Fantastic job, guys. Oh, did not expect to see the dragon go down that quickly.
Ulasal's botnet. You forgot the best part about the meeting between Diogenes and Alexander. When he's getting ready to leave, Alexander asks Diogenes what he could give him. Diogenes replies that he'd like it for him to stand a little bit to the side because he was blocking the sun and he wanted some sunlight. I did forget about that part. He roasted Alexander so hard. I love it. David H. loved the... Oh, go ahead.
No, is this in relation to James's law that he was talking about?
No, we were talking... James started talking about the cave shadow theory, philosophy theory of what reality is. In a
simulation.
And then and then I was talking about Diogenes, who is like my favorite philosopher, and he's like, you should read about him. He's amazing.
I thought those was something to do with the game. Then sorry, maybe not.
Real weirdo. Yeah. David H. loved the lore in this video, and that Bone Thugs performance. Kamikaze Ice James singing songs he knows from bands he's never heard of. Sounds like a jolly good time. That would be. And if James just was making up songs for bands that he's never heard of before.
Because I don't know if I would want to listen to that very long. I think that's it has diminishing returns the more I sing things I don't know.
Well, it would just be like
is
one
at
of
the
those,
root of the memory problems.
CD
you got those websites that you can do a random name generator, and there's probably one that's a random band name generator. And we can should we do just generate a random band name, and then James has got to invent the song that band would come up with.
And it's now this is what I call music infomercial, where you just do a couple lines from each song trying to sell the CD.
See, I've just gone on one now, a generated band name generator, and it says the band name should be Sainted of the Intoxicated. So you can now come up with a song for the band Sainted of the Intoxicated, which is our new GameFront band.
It's not a bad band name, but what I think was happening is he was saying Bone Thugs and Harmony, which is an actual band, and in my attempt to say I knew who they were, I sang a song. But knowing that it's an auto-generated, it takes a little of the spirit out of it.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay.
Well, so you have to auto-generate actual bands.
Oh, just a random band.
But for the record, I don't know if I have it in me right now to do any singing from random bands that I don't.
No, you don't have to do it right now. Yeah.
Is it Alexi, right?
Yep.
So whatever is at the roots of the memory problem, it's contagious because you didn't touch the second DLC and you still have the third boss fight in the first DLC. And then El Scorcho doubles down on the yes, go check out the third boss. It'll give James a panic attack.
Oh my!
I think that's the fourth time he's.
I'm gonna have to.
Yeah.
He's excited for it. I'm gonna have to beat that boss for James before he has to play against it. Don't worry, I'll protect you, James.
Come on.
Like a damsel in distress, I got you.
Brad Hahn says that there are 3 DLCs. The snow one's the third one. The second one's access from the end of the Iron Keep, which I know in my mind exactly where that's at, and we could probably look at that skeleton body.
Yeah.
Where you fought the old Iron King. I don't think the order in which you beat them are particularly important. All right.
Cool.
And
I don't
finally,
remember where we fought the old Iron King.
Oh my gosh. It
Danny's
starts with Backseat
souls.
Gaming saying you lost all them souls. Why? How many did you lose?
Well, right, okay. I can't talk about next week's episode.
Uh-huh.
I didn't, but can I? Should I spoil that? I didn't.
I don't think
I
you should
didn't.
spoil
Cool.
anything.
On Christian winners, what do you think? You didn't lose them. That's what you're saying.
I didn't. Yeah, I didn't lose them. At the end of the video, I dropped a ton of souls because I got killed at the very end, and that's where we ended it. But then at the beginning of the next one, I just go and pick them up, so it's fine.
Yeah, that's definitely. I'm gonna put that on the stuff that you don't want to spoil.
Yeah, that's definitely on the list, so don't spoil that.
Well, yeah, but it would have kind of
Yeah.
been dumb
Well, you
not to.
could say-
I dropped them in such an obvious place that it would have been dumb for me not to go and pick them back up. So I don't feel like it's as much a spoiler as
Hey,
a.
as someone has done a bunch of dumb stuff in Dark Souls, you never know what's gonna happen.
True. Okay. Well, I'm sorry for the spoiler, folks.
In fact, actually, I think you did leave a whole bunch of souls somewhere. Don't I need you to like go get them in Dark Souls 2? Oh, that's not. This isn't about Dark Souls 2. I'll have to think about that later.
No,
I feel
those
like
souls
there was
don't
some
matter.
souls you got to pick up.
Christian winners, what do you think of this game so far? At times, I absolutely adore it, and others, I want to jump out of a window. Breon Folk, do you want to jump out of a window because your adornment is so intense that you need relief? Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't know what that means.
Like you love it so much that you just have to like get some relief from how intense the feeling of love are.
No, not really. I just want to kill myself. I'll be honest, yeah. I mean, I didn't think I would enjoy it as I really enjoy this game. The reward,
You're gonna love it.
Yeah, I mean, it's great, but I mean, but that's the reason I love it is because sometimes I hate it. Right? That's what I mean. Like, you have to hate something to know that you then actually love it. Does that make any sense?
Yeah. Yep.
Anyway, whatever. But yeah, when I'm doing well, it's great. The Darkest Dragon says, I've not gotten to watch this video yet, but I just wanted to say, Danny King, you are a legend, and I enjoy your videos, sir. Thank you very much. Also, make sure you find the Firekeeper soul before you leave the area, and make sure you look in all of the poison water area. There was an entire side of it that you didn't explore last video. Ask Zach for hints on how to find the Ash Lake bonfire. He might not even remember where it is, but good luck, sir. I will watch this video to catch up soon.
You got to go down there. You got to go to the Ash Lake, and you got to go all the way to the end. Oh, don't spoil it. Moving on. Kamikaze writes, James and friends and went soup, not see from Seinfeld for
yeah, I don't. I mean, I'm not see. I guess I don't know what that's in reference to. I mean, I know the soup Nazi in the traditional sense, but I'm not sure what this looks like. A really good pun that's over my head.
It's in reference to Seinfeld. It says it there.
No, that's the part I get, but I don't know. Like, they're also referencing me, and I don't know how it references me. Like, what did I do?
Were you guys talking about James watching Friends?
I think he's saying that you have gone. Yeah, like we were talking about Friends. Yeah, we were talking about who would be which Friends character. That's what it was.
Oh,
so on the way to the boss, we were just talking about who was who. So we decided that James would probably be like kind of Phoebe because a bit crazy, right? But also definitely a bit of Joey because, like, you know, an actor and all that stuff. That's kind of what we were talking about.
Wait, who was I?
What did we? Oh yeah, that's it. We said we said that Morgan would be. We said Morgan would be Chandler because he has some kind of businessy type job, but nobody quite knows what it is. So we decided that was Morgan. Yeah. I was Monica because I'm very tidy and I have a closet where I just put all my garbage, basically. And I don't know what we decided for Zach. I think Zach's just a blend of all kinds of insanity, isn't he? So Zach's just a guest character who went nuts one week. I don't know.
Dangerous 87 2 for 2. Zach is on fire right now.
Mm-hmm. Duke Nukem 3D is great. Hail to the king, baby. I did like Duke Nukem 3D. Duke Nukem Forever was not as good.
Is Hail to the King reference to Duke Nukem or to Danny?
Duke Nukem.
I think "Hail to the King" is a reference to
Danny.
Evil Dead: Army of Darkness, which is what they took it for Duke Nukem 3D, and now they're using it for Danny.
Your impression of Duke was really good, James.
I'm trying to remember.
Hey, you just
chew bubble gum. Damn, I'm all out of bubble gum.
exactly. See, yeah, very good. It's you said, yeah, you should, you could take over that job. Speak to your agent. I'm sure they'll make another one day. Kamikaze Ice. I can see James trying to calibrate his setup for every recording, brackets, noise dampening, thickness, and mic position plus angle. This isn't even a James video. Why are we trashing James's setup in this video?
I don't know.
I don't know.
You guys were probably just talking Trash Man is back.
Yeah,
No.
we have to watch it. So let me write this one down.
Pelagius, good job for about 50% of the episode. The not so good. Thanks, Zach, for keeping quiet about the way to cease the discharges.
Oh,
Are you okay, Danny?
There's a boss.
Looking forward to the mechanical hell.
Ceaseless
Cease
discharge.
the discharges.
There's a boss
Are
called the
you
ceaseless
okay?
discharge. No, it's not me.
If you're having discharges, you should just go to the doctor.
They're ceaseless discharges. That's the issue. And
Yeah, if they won't stop, you definitely need to go to the doctor.
I just ran away from the problem. Always.
Got him.
The Dark Genius, the shortcut down to Lost. How do you pronounce that? Zyth?
Izolith.
Izolith?
Izolith.
Isn't that flat wall y'all thought was an illusionary wall? That wall was literally just a wall. Though a corpse will spawn there with the Armor of Thorns set if you are invaded and kill Kirk all 3 times. The shortcut is actually down next to the Demon Fire Sage boss in a later area that you all cannot feasibly access yet, as it's blocked by both the Lava Lake, killed the Ceaseless dude, and a Golden Fog Wall. Clear Anno Londo and place the Lord Vessel in the Firelink altar.
Oh my gosh, we carried that Lord Vessel around forever, and then nobody told us to do that. To figure that out. Even though we both beat the game before.
Yeah, there's a lot to unpack there, Dark Genius. So I think Zach should make some notes, and then we'll try and accommodate where possible.
James does inventory management in his house with his setup.
Why is everyone just going in on James on my video? This is bizarre.
That's weird.
I'm gonna have to watch this episode. My guess is you guys are just roasting me.
No.
Yeah, it must be you guys roasting.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's the only thing that makes sense. Kamikaze Ice, I wonder if Danny would still wear the gold-hemmed black gear if he knew the lore behind it. How's Danny supposed to learn without lore videos? Lol. Also, a dig at James. Kamikaze Ice, the blue feetsies shows up when your shield was not equipped. The shield's green stamina regen effect took priority over the blue booties.
Occasionally my feet would be glowing blue, and I was confused as to why it was, but it's because I'd accidentally unequipped my shield, I think, as Kamikaze Ice rightly points out. So there we go.
Well, we've made it to the end of another video. And
wow, James has got to get out of here, guys.
It's been a lot of fun, and you don't have to go home. But I can't stay here much longer. I've got to. First of all, I got to use the restroom. I could go back and do that, and then come back here. But it's the end, isn't it?
It's the end, yeah.
Yep, this is the end, my only friend. This is the end, my friend.
So I guess, I don't. No announcements. We're going to be recording today, and we'll see you next week, I think.
Goodbye, everybody.
Y'all.